up on the border soon. That's the border between the village and the gentrified spot. It starts with some villas. Things are starting to get more gentrified. I don't know why I keep using that word. You know, I really, it's funny. You know, it's really funny. But that's a whole other story. Like we can get into that whole gentrification thing some other time or whatever. But like for now, I love using this word. You know, I like to describe the area because look, I'm in a fucking village. I mean, this is lost in time. Like to someone who's like an American or an Australian, European, like whatever, you know, being in a place like this, like it's hard for you to imagine how life is, right? Like comparing this to like my neighbors or where I live, right? It's already starting to be a huge contrast, right? And we're coming up on a really nice one here. It's Bali Bay. It says luxury penthouse living. Yep, there it is. See it? Bali Bay luxury penthouse living. Now, penthouse and a beach shack like could not be farther from each other, right? Like, would you agree? Like, if you would think of the most luxurious description of a living space, you'd probably say penthouse. I mean, you can't say mansion, but you know, when I say penthouse, I'm thinking New York City. You know, one of those Trump type of penthouses. Oops, yeah, I did say that. Yeah. Anyway, let's not get into that, right, guys? So. Place get all the amenities, all of that, you know what I mean? So probably a gym in there, that type of shit, right? But anyway, I think I gotta cut it here, spark up that joint and save the rest of the battery for the actual where gentrified people shop and the like the downtown gentrified area where people who would live in these apartments would be at. Hey yo, by the way, I'm still walking. Like, and the downtown gentrified area is still nowhere to be seen. I mean, it is gentrified, of course, but we're still like in all residential, you know? It's like beachfront, right? But there are no stores around, man. Like this walk is gonna be unbelievable, right? By the time I get there, and then by the time I come back. But I'm really ready to spend all night walking there and back, which is an insane perspective, right? Like think about it. You're willing to like spend the entire night just walking back and forth, if that's what it takes. But I'm like blowing it out of proportion. This thing, it's gotta be probably like max 2 hours that way, 2 hours back. That's like the worst case scenario. So inside 4 hours, you'll be back. Now, of course, I'm using as motivation the brie cheese I'm about to get and some really nice gourmet bread, some olives, fruits, and then some nuts, and I think that's gonna do it. And then I'm gonna make sure that I get some croissants and milk for sure. And then, so I'm not gonna go to Paul's, which is the bakery. It all depends. If I can get a purchase of like just buy 2 croissants, buy buy 2 croissants and pay by credit card, I'll do it. But if not, I'll get the croissants at Marjan, which is the supermarket I'm going to. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna cut this to save battery, and then I really probably won't do a video until the market. Okay, so this is what I mean when I talk about the fact that I fucking love living here, because it forces me to walk everywhere. So on this endless walk to the gentrified area, again, on this long ass walk, I have all these pit stops. Earlier I just saw these what do you call it, these surfers that are using, but they're using the wind thing that flies all the way out, right? And I can't think of the fucking name of the sport, but it was an amazing experience watching them go at it. And today, because the storm was here this morning, the conditions are unfucking believable from a wind standpoint. And yeah, so that was that. And then as you can see, the next pit stop is this fucking beautiful spot that I just ran into as I was walking, right? Now, it's about being here, like right now, you know, just right here. That's it. And that's when you come across shit like this. I mean, yo. So, yeah, it's about just being here, you know, just going along for the ride. I mean, you're not controlling shit, you know, like this whole thing is just happening. And the more you're fucking aware and present for it, you just go along. It's just a ride. Like, stop trying to control shit, right? And I mean, I'm talking to myself here. I don't like to be in the fucking advice mode sort of thing, right? But yeah, quit trying. This thing is insane that's going on right here. Like being yesterday I was watching the stars and I was just sucked into, dude, think of all the shit that's going on with the stars, with the fucking moon, with the sun, the ocean just unrelentlessly, is that correct? But just going at it day in, day out, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That fucking social construct that we made as humans to explain time. There's no time. Like, the time is now. You never experience or live any fucking thing in your life except that you live it now. You construct it like there's past and present and future afterwards. That's your shit that you're putting on it. But life is happening like right now. So yeah, so that was that pit stop right there. That's pretty sick. Now I'm back on the road to the gentrified store area to get some food before, I was gonna say before tonight, but fuck that. I'm willing to give this all night if it takes that. I just came across like 2 really interesting structures, right? Like, there's this one, it's not built yet. Looks like a villa. And then there's this one behind me. They're like twin villas, right? In terms of, like, they look the same. Not in proximity, but it's in the middle of a city town. This is like the pre-roll to get into Marjan. I just asked these people back there, and they said I have to go through continue on the forest route. But I didn't want to do that. Like, I want to go more into the city type of thing, you know? And then, yeah. But also, to be honest, the reason I'm actually doing it, because I got a piece of hash on me, and I'm thinking, like going through the forest when I take a cab, there's always like a police checkpoint all the time, right? Now, it is a beach town. They're super chill about this, but it would be ridiculous, right? That's something that could be just avoided. Like sometimes anything that can go wrong, it will go wrong. And if I find myself in one of those situations on this beautiful Sunday, uh, that's not going to be a pretty sight. You know what I mean? But I do have to conserve battery for, yo, this place is sick, man. Like literally, the whole thing, like it's clean as fuck. I'm talking about the villas. There's a big masjid right here. You know, this place is dope, man. Like I'm talking about all the way from the top of Tamares, all the way back, all the way back out here, and still more to come from the gentrified area. Oh, the first sign of hope, all the way back there. You can't see it, but I can. There's a KFC. So we are approaching the gentrified area, although it's still far as fuck. It's all the way back there. Finally got the confirmation. I officially see a McDonald's back there. So that's it. That's the area I was walking to this entire fucking time, man. That's it. I'm finally here at the gentrified zone. And the biggest sign that it is a gentrified zone is the official stamp of none other. I'm gonna get to it. This is how I know it's gentrification here. But that's not the case in the US. So in the US, this might mean a bunch of maybe homeless people and people asking for change in the out front. I know that's a super judgy sort of, that's not all McDonald's, but like what I mean is that, oh, I spit it, I said it. That's the official gentrification watermark, McDonald's. All right. So what I mean by that is, so in the US, McDonald's is looked at as fast and cheap as food, but right here, McDonald's is, you could call it like an uppity restaurant, like just under fine dining, but it is a superior food, supposed to be superior food experience than you know what I mean? Like it's not the cheapest food. That's what I mean. Like you need to have money to eat at McDonald's here. Like you literally do. All right. So it's not. So yeah. So there's an entrance back there. So you need to have money to eat at McDonald's here, right? And some people even see it as a sign of prestige. Or I was like, oh, I'm going to, where are you going? Oh, je vais au McDo. Right? So they're like, it's an uppity thing. But of course, to a lot of people, I remember this girl, she actually had a job, right? And then she says, well, McDonald's is basically just cheaper than if I would go out and spend like 300 or 400 Ds. But then her saying that she spends 300 and 400 Ds tells me that she's living in another bracket as a Moroccan. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, exactly. So it's McDonald's out here. And then oh, I can't. Sorry. All right, sorry about that. I can't film, guys.